Hey, thanks so much for doing this with me today. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Really happy to be here. I love talking about this stuff.
Yeah? Well, that's perfect because today we're going to talk about something that honestly nobody really teaches you, but you absolutely need to know it if you want to speak English like a real person.
Okay, that sounds mysterious. I like it. So, before we get into all that, should we introduce ourselves? I mean, people watching might not know who we are.
Oh yeah, good idea. So, I'm John. I'm from California. I've lived there my whole life, pretty much. I work in tech, actually. Nothing too exciting. But I love meeting people and having conversations about real stuff, not just the boring textbook things.
Nods. Yeah, I get that. I'm Emma. I'm from Texas, born and raised there. I'm a teacher now, actually. I teach English to students online from all over the world. And I've noticed something really interesting over the years. It's kind of what we're talking about today.
Oh, that's cool. So you see this problem firsthand?
Exactly, all the time. Students learn grammar, they learn vocabulary, they learn how to write formal emails, but there's this huge gap. There's this thing nobody really teaches them. And then when they try to have a real conversation with an American, they get confused or frustrated.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. Like, what is that thing?
Well, that's what we're here to talk about today. Smiles. Let's just start naturally and see where it goes. I think it'll be more helpful that way.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. When I talk to people who are learning English, I notice they usually know the grammar, they know the words, but when I have a conversation with them, something feels off?
Leans forward. Yes. Okay, like for example, and this is so common, people will ask me a question and I'll give them an answer, but they don't know what to say next. They just stop.
Right, and it's not because they don't know the words, it's something else.
It's the natural flow. It's like pauses, thinking, okay, imagine you're dancing with someone, but you only learned the steps. You didn't learn how to actually move with the other person.
Oh, I like that analogy. So what is the thing that nobody teaches? Is it slang?
No, it's not slang. I mean, slang is part of it, but that's not the main thing. The big thing is, it's how real people actually respond to each other. It's the natural back and forth. It's things like counts on fingers, small talk, filler words, how we show interest, how we connect stories together, how we react to what someone says.
Oh, so it's like the hidden rules of conversation?
Nods enthusiastically. Yes, the hidden rules. That's perfect. Like textbooks teach you, what is your name? My name is John. And that's great, but nobody actually talks like that.
Right. If someone asks me my name in real life, I don't say, my name is John. I say, I'm John, or even just John.
Exactly. And you might say something like, oh, hey, I'm Emma. Nice to meet you. How's it going? All at once, with feeling, with personality.
So let's get specific. What are some of these things that aren't taught?
Okay, let me give you some examples. First, there are filler words. You know what those are?
Like and
Yeah, but also more than that. So, like, a lot of advanced learners sound too perfect, too polished. Real people say things like so, or well, or I mean, or.
Oh, like when I'm thinking about what to say?
Exactly. And people do this all the time. Watch. So, I was thinking the other day about how English learning materials never show this. I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Laughs.
Yeah, and I just did it naturally. I didn't even think about it.
Rate of speakers use these all the time, and learners think it's wrong, so they try not to use them. But that makes them sound stiff.
What about like actually and basically? I use those all the time.
Points at him. Yes, those two. Actually, I think, or basically what happened was, these are so natural, and when you listen to real conversations, people use them constantly, but the textbooks don't teach them.
Leans back. This is wild. I've never really thought about this before, but now that you mention it, I'm hearing all of this in my head.
Right? And here's another thing, responses. Like when someone tells you something, you don't just stand there, you respond. You give little acknowledgments.
Like what?
Like, oh, really? Or no way? Or that's crazy? Or just wow? Or you might say, tell me more? Or I didn't know that. These little things keep the conversation alive.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like when my friend tells me something interesting, I don't just nod silently. I say something back that shows I care.
Exactly. And listen, this is important. Different situations need different responses. If someone tells you something sad, you respond differently than if they tell you something funny.
That makes sense. So it's like emotional intelligence in conversation.
Smiles, that's a good way to put it. You're reading the situation and responding appropriately, and that's never taught.
Okay, so we have filler words and responses. What else? What's the other big thing?
Sits back. Okay, so here's something I see all the time. Learners don't know how to tell a story naturally, they just list facts.
Like what?
So someone might say, I went to the store, I bought milk, I came home, I drank the milk. It's all just statements. But a real person would say,
Waits expectantly.
oh, man, so I went to the grocery store yesterday, right? And you know how crazy it gets on weekends. It was insane. But anyway, I needed to get some milk and I couldn't find it anywhere. Like the whole dairy section was empty. So anyway, I finally found some, came home, made a coffee. It was good. Laughs. See the difference?
Yeah, it's like you're actually telling someone something, not just reading a list.
Right, and we use so, anyway, you know, like these connecting words that make the story flow. Real stories have pauses, they have side comments, they have emotion.
I noticed you said like a lot there. Is that important?
Nods. It's super common. Like is used in so many ways. I was like, or it was like, or you know, like. Americans use it constantly, and in casual English, it's totally normal.
But the textbooks probably say that's wrong grammar.
Laughs. Exactly, they do. But if you want to sound like a real American having a real conversation, you gotta know these things.
So it's like the difference between learning English and learning how to actually speak English with people.
That's it. That's the whole thing right there.
Okay, I'm getting this now. What about asking questions? There's got to be a natural way to do that too, right?
Oh man, yes. So a lot of learners ask very formal questions like, may I inquire about your occupation?
Nobody says that.
Nobody. We say, what do you do? Or what do you do for work? Short, simple, and then we follow up naturally. Like if I tell you I'm a teacher, you might say, oh, cool, what do you teach? Or how long have you been teaching? Or do you like it?
And those are just normal follow-ups.
Exactly. And here's the thing when you're interested in someone, you ask more questions, but not in a weird way like an interrogation. You ask because you genuinely want to know.
So it's genuine.
It's genuine, and people can feel that. If you ask questions just because you're supposed to, it feels awkward. But if you ask because you're actually curious, it's natural.
That makes sense. So like if someone tells me they just got back from a trip, I wouldn't say, tell me about your trip, please. I'd say something like, oh, where did you go?
Yes, or no way, really? Where? With excitement in your voice. And then they tell you, and you say something like, oh, that sounds amazing. Did you have a good time?
And you're actually engaged.
You're actually engaged, and that's what makes conversations feel real and comfortable.
So we've talked about words and questions, but what about how you say things? Does tone matter?
Oh my God, yes. Tone is huge, and this is something that's impossible to teach in a traditional textbook.
How so?
Okay, so imagine I say to you, that's great. I can say it with genuine excitement, that's great. Or I can say it sarcastically, that's great. Or sadly, that's great. It's the same words, but completely different meaning.
Right, but how do you learn that?
You learn it by listening to real people, by watching videos, by having conversations, by paying attention to how native speakers actually sound when they say things.
So it's like listening practice with real conversations.
Yes, and also noticing your own feelings. Like when you're excited, how does your voice sound? When you're concerned, how does your voice change? and then practice making your English sound that way.
So the emotion inside you comes out in how you speak.
Exactly. And a lot of learners speak in this neutral, robotic voice because they're so focused on not making mistakes. But that's the opposite of what makes you sound natural.
So you have to be brave enough to actually feel the things you're saying.
Nods, yes. And that's scary sometimes. I mean, I understand why learners don't do it, but it's so important.
Okay, here's something I wonder about. How do you disagree with someone politely in English? Is there a way to do that naturally?
Oh, great question. So, in formal English, you might say, I respectfully disagree with your opinion, but in real life, nobody says that.
So what do you say?
You say things like, I see what you mean, but, or, yeah, I hear you, but, or, I get it, but honestly, or even, I don't know, I think. These are soft ways to disagree. You acknowledge what they said first.
Why do you acknowledge it first?
Because it shows respect, it shows you're listening, and then you can share your different opinion without it feeling harsh.
That's actually really smart. What if you kind of agree and kind of disagree?
Oh, that's so common. You say things like, yeah, that's true, but, or, I mean, sort of, but, or, I guess, but also. English conversations have a lot of nuance.
So it's not just yes or no.
It's not at all. Real people rarely have super strong opinions about everything. We're usually like, well, it depends, or, I mean, sometimes, or, I think so, but
And that's okay?
that's totally okay. That's actually more real than being super certain about everything.
What about humor? Is that something people learn?
Good luck learning humor from a textbook. But yes, humor is a huge part of real English conversations. Americans joke around a lot.
What kind of jokes?
Oh, like self-deprecating humor, like I might say something funny about myself, or light teasing about something someone said, or just laughing about awkward situations.
And you have to be comfortable enough with someone to do that, right?
Right. With close friends, you can joke around more. With someone you just met, you're a bit more careful. But even in casual conversations, people laugh and make little jokes.
So if I tell a joke or something funny and people laugh, I should laugh too.
Yes, absolutely. Laugh with them. Show that you think it's funny too. Share the moment.
That's like sharing a human moment.
Exactly. That's what conversation really is.
So we've covered a lot. Let me just recap in my head. So the thing nobody teaches is basically how to be a real person in a conversation, not a textbook person.
You got it. It's the natural flow, the emotions, the personality, the connections between ideas, the way you respond to what someone says, the little words that make it flow, all of that.
And you learn this by listening to real conversations?
Listening, watching, practicing, and honestly, caring. Caring about actually connecting with the person you're talking to. That's the most important part.
So if anyone's watching this and learning English, what's the advice?
Don't just study grammar and vocabulary. Listen to real conversations. Watch videos like this. Have actual conversations with real people, even if you make mistakes. Notice how native speakers sound, not just what they say. And most importantly, bring your personality and emotions into your English. That's when it becomes real.
And don't be afraid to sound imperfect, because that's actually perfect.
Yes, imperfect is perfect.
Smiles at speaker two. Hey, thanks for doing this with me. This was really helpful.
Thanks for having me. This was fun.
To camera. If you found this helpful, let us know. And thanks for watching.
Waves. Bye, everyone.
Both wave. Fade out.